Investigators said Bowen confessed to his uncle that he shot his wife because he couldn't take it anymore. His uncle went to investigators, who then made their way inside of the vice mayor's home. It's there she was found wrapped in a blanket and trash bags after being shot and killed.
What is happening to the world, y'all? What is happening to the world? Let's get over into it.
Also making headlines new overnight, the suspect accused in the death of the vice mayor of Coral Springs has officially been booked into jail. This is his mugshot. Stephen Bowen is the husband of the victim, Nancy Meteor Bowen. She was found dead in her home on Wednesday.
Police are looking into this as a domestic violence related incident. Local 10's Jeff Derderian is live in Fort Lauderdale with what we are learning about this case and the arrests made. Jeff.
Hey there, guys. Yeah, the husband of the vice mayor has been booked, fingerprinted, and charged. He's expected to be in bond court at some point today. As you mentioned, we're also now new this morning getting a look at him. Sky 10 hovers over the scene. A neighborhood turns to a crime scene Wednesday. Yellow police tape, cops, and word that the body of Nancy Meteor Bowen, the vice mayor of the city, her body inside her house.
This is being investigated as a domestic violence incident. Her husband, Stephen Bowen, is in our custody.
I don't know what's going on.
Cell phone video shows the scene about 10 miles away. Police surrounding an apartment complex in Plantation. Sources telling Local 10 this is where they nabbed the vice mayor's husband, Stephen Bowen.
From Coral Springs to here, in this particular area, is insane.
Onlookers learning about it all when the cops show up. The entire parking lot blocked off for a time. Detectives combing the area. There were some cars towed away from the scene. They could be tied to the investigation, possibly. Some neighbors in disbelief.
We looked out the window and SWAT cars, cop cars, everything just everywhere, guns drawn.
Meteor Bowen being remembered as someone who went beyond public service and served the people, always working, we're told, to try and make the city better.
There are no words that can truly capture the depth of this loss or the pain this organization and community are now dealing with.
Now, I wonder if there was any signs, but powerful women, some women are very good at hiding the fact that they're going through this type of stuff at home. That is why if you're ever going through something, you need to talk to someone. But I would like to know if there was any signs that this was happening. Any of her friends knew that he was abusive and just let it go by. Or was just all just a moment of passion? And if it was, what will he be charged with? Will he get charged with murder or will he get charged with manslaughter? Let's keep going into this.
Now, if you or someone you know is in danger, we've got a number there on the screen. You can contact the Florida Domestic Violence Hotline. Here's the number, 800-500-1119. One more time, 800-500-1119. If you or someone you know may be in danger when it comes to a relationship. Now, police say back here live that only one person is involved in this. They say it is the husband. In terms of a motive, what happened inside of that house yesterday? How did this happen and why did it happen? It's a mystery right now. Investigators are not saying anyway. We're live at the Broward Jail. Jeff Derderian, Local 10 News.
Okay, Jeff, thank you. And we know that Bowen's tragic death has shaken up the political community who worked beside her every day. Florida Congressman Jared Moskowitz posting on X that he was just with her on Saturday, describing her as a fighter for her community and that she rather was going to announce her run for Congress. Her colleague and fellow Commissioner Joshua Simmons speaking highly of her contributions. Take a listen.
She led on environmental sustainability here in the city. She led the push to get a sustainable sustainable department here, joined international organizations dedicated to environmental sustainability.
Well, when she was elected in 2020, she became Coral Springs' first Black and Haitian American woman to serve on the commission. Bowen's family releasing a statement saying, quote, while many knew her as a leader and an advocate, we knew her as a sister, a daughter, and a friend whose warmth and laughter filled every room. Her legacy will live on not only in the policies that she helped shape, but in the countless lives she touched. And now condolences are pouring in for the trailblazer, from the Miami-Dade County mayor to a former Tamarack commissioner and even state representative, Dottie Joseph, who says that she always showed up for the Haitian community. Our coverage will continue. We have more reaction coming in from the community.
Now, this is a tragic situation, but we have to remember that no matter what political side you are on, at the end of the day, we got to remember that everyone is a human being, and they all don't deserve anything to happen to them like this. Now, let's get over into this next video where we actually find out more information on a possible motive.
Thank you. Chilling new details in the killing of Coral Springs Vice Mayor Nancy Mateo Brown.
Her husband now charged with her murder as we learn the shocking admission that he apparently made about a possible motive. Local 10's Roy Ramos is live in Coral Springs today with the very latest. Roy.
Calvin and Nicole, and that person who he allegedly confessed to then went to police. That person telling police that the suspect allegedly told him that he shot and killed his wife because he couldn't take it anymore.
Mr. Bowen, good morning, sir. You're charged with 1 count first-degree premeditated murder. You're also charged with 1 count tampering with or fabricating physical evidence.
No bond for 40-year-old Stephen Bowen, who faced a Broward County judge Thursday, a day after his wife, Coral Springs Vice Mayor Nancy Mateo Bowen, was found dead inside their home.
The court does find probable cause for the charges.
The tragic discovery all came after the vice mayor failed to appear to a commission meeting Wednesday. Police said after text messages were made to her husband by the commission manager as to where she may be, investigators said Bowen responded, texted her. She's not picking up. Where is she? Her car is not at home. Investigators said Bowen confessed to his uncle that he shot his wife because he couldn't take it anymore. His uncle went to investigators who then made their way inside of the vice mayor's home. It's there she was found wrapped in a blanket and trash bags after being shot and killed.
Take what? That's my main. What is he talking about? He couldn't take how she was acting. What couldn't he take? But let's keep going.
This is being investigated as a domestic violence incident. Her husband, Stephen Bowen, is in our custody.
While Bowen is accused of the heinous crime, it's the vice mayor being remembered for her public service and contributions to her community.
It's a devastating, loss, not just for Coral Springs, but for the people of Broward County.
She cared about students. She cared about seniors. She cared about the environment. She cared about fairness. She cared about equality. She cared about her culture.
Vice Mayor Mateo Bowen, a leader and a voice for so many. Her sudden death devastating colleagues and community leaders. State Representative Ashley Gant sharing a past text message the two shared with one another that read, "Love you and keep holding the line." Florida Congressman Jared Moskowitz posting on X to say he was just with her Saturday, calling her a fighter and sharing that she was preparing to announce her run for Congress. But it is her family now bearing the weight of her loss, writing in part, "While so many knew her as a leader and advocate, we knew her as a sister, a daughter, and a friend. Her legacy lives on in the lives she touched." And this tragedy just so devastating for her colleagues, for her family, for her friends, for this community as a whole. For that reason, they plan on holding a candlelight vigil right here outside of City Hall in Coral Springs. That will run from 7 to 8 tomorrow evening, and all of those who plan to attend are encouraged to wear orange. And
absolutely tragic. Why kill your wife? Because he couldn't take it anymore. Is he talking about, was she nagging? Was she just too much for him to handle? What is the problem? Hopefully we get more details on it, but let's go over into the AI breakdown just to see if they tell us anything more into this whole case. So as we know, the husband of the Coral Springs Vice Mayor Nancy Bowman is Stephen Bowman, 40 years old. And of April 2nd, he has been arrested on charges of first-degree premeditated murder and tampering with or fabricating physical evidence in connection with her death. She was discovered on April 1st during a welfare check after she failed to attend schedule. Court records indicate she was fatally shot multiple times with a shotgun. He appeared in bond court April 2nd and is currently being held without bond at Broward County Main Jail. The couple was married back in 2022. Bowman worked as a radiologist technologist, and involved in the local Masonic organizations. And then a little context into the mayor, as we know, she was the first Black and Haitian African American female commissioner elected in 2020. She was also the vice chair of the Florida Democratic Party. He couldn't. What is this? They said they was married back in 2022. It's only been 4 years. And for some reason, he's saying that he couldn't take it so much that he had to kill her. At the end of the day, just leave. What are we talking about? Get a divorce. Or some men feel like divorce is too hard. But spending the rest of your life in jail isn't. Now we want to have more information. No matter what the reason is, he shouldn't have killed her, and he deserves to spend the rest of his life in jail. But tell me your thoughts, y'all. What do you think is the reason he said it's just too much? It was just too much. Now we will keep up with this, but let me know your thoughts on the situation and let me know if you disagree with anything I said.